Hi, everybody. Welcome to Pace Studio on the Road. We're live at the FME in Quebec right now, thanks to our friends at the SOCAN Foundation. We're live with Hubert Lenoir. Thank you very much for doing this, Hubert.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for taking some of your FME time to be with us here today. We're about to share 3 of your songs with our audience right now. All of them are from the current record, Musique Direct, and...
Picture ADIPC, Musique Direct.
Just say that one more time. I know I saw those
Picture
words and I panicked.
Picture ADIPC, Musique Direct.
Thank you.
Or people usually just say Picture ADIPC. They cut the...
What is that, Picture Deep Say? What does that translate to in English?
Self-portrait.
Okay. Beautiful. Well, thank you for that updated information, and thank you for the pronunciation and the French lesson. I can definitely use it, man. My French has improved.
That was Latin, though.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Welp, no. That's
Yeah, it is. But
thank you for sharing the music regardless, and we are going to hear a song right now. What do you feel like doing first?
We're going to do a song called Octobre. Yeah, let's go. It's acoustic set. Jazz. Hey. Ça va bien, vous autres? Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Let's go. Pas besoin de comprendre pour qu'on s'entende. On reconnaît la musique. Même si les feuilles changent, septembre, octobre, je veux pas que ça change tout de suite. J'arrive pas trop à dire ce que tu penses, ce que ça peut devenir. Mais pas besoin de comprendre pour qu'on s'entende. On reconnaît la musique. À l'affiche sur grand écran, bientôt chez toi prochainement. Tout le monde fait leur presse avant de faire leur choix des compliments. 25 ans pour m'intégrer, est-ce que toi t'as essayé? Flashback à l'école, on m'appelait Hubert, Fifi, brin d'acier. Prenons une chance, faut rien espérer. Arrache une branche pour venir me pêcher. Canal Saint-Martin, Paris, je flotte au milieu des débris. J'espère que tu sais que ça peut finir si t'en as envie. Hey, hey, hey. Pas besoin de comprendre pour qu'on s'entende. On reconnaît la musique. Même si les feuilles changent, septembre, octobre, je veux pas que ça change tout de suite. J'arrive pas trop à dire ce que tu penses, ce que ça peut devenir. Mais pas besoin de comprendre pour qu'on s'entende. On reconnaît la musique. Tu vois bien que je me lance. Vois la vérité en face. Quoi qu'il arrive, quoi qu'il se passe, faut pas qu'on s'en tige, faut pas qu'on se fâche, non. Et Charlotte à Bunny Banane, tout le monde. Regarde de faire son verse, fait que... C'est que j'étais juste ici en stage. Pas besoin de comprendre pour qu'on s'entende. On reconnaît la musique. Et même si les feuilles changent, septembre, octobre, je veux pas que ça change tout de suite. J'arrive pas trop à dire ce que tu penses, ce que ça peut devenir. Mais pas besoin de comprendre pour qu'on s'entende. On reconnaît la musique. Thank you.
All right, Hubert, thank you.
Thank you.
I've been listening to the record a lot and just digging into liner notes and information about you and your career lately, and I came across the idea of being unable to tune out internet chatter and internet feedback that is not necessarily always a positive thing. I mean, you get positive and negative feedback on your career. We all do. I feel it. I mean, there's, people talk shit about these from time to time in the comment section, and I care deeply about that. And I shouldn't. I mean, I'm a 40-year-old man that should be able to be like, disregard what people have to say. And I know that that's a reality for everybody and a very relatable feeling. Can you talk about the ways that you've worked to get past that and move through it? I mean, even though those comments can be very distracting and shattering, like what have you done to get over it and continue to make your
Well, it's not necessarily
music?
like, in my case, not necessarily like the internet aspect or just like the commenting on the internet. That's been, but mostly just fame and in general, just public attention. That's been hard. Well, I guess it's hard for everyone, but it's that at large, less than just internet. But yeah, internet can be you don't like it. These comments hurts you sometimes.
Well, I mean, I do most of the time. We're lucky enough to have a pretty supportive corner of the internet because most of the people that tune into this are your fans or they're fans of Pace Magazine. So most people are pretty supportive, but not all people. Some percentage of the comments are like, God damn it, especially when they're correct about something. It's like, oh, dude. Yeah. Most of the time, the crazy comments are just nuts, and that doesn't bother me at all. But if they've sharply said something where I felt like I could have done it better and someone notices it, that doesn't feel great. Man, I think about that for a long time.
I think you have to. It's something that's hard to do, but you just don't believe the very, very negative one. Like, it's just bullshit. Don't believe them, but don't also, like, if you do that, you have to not really believe the very positive ones, because so you just have to stand in the middle, and I guess that if you do that, you're fine. But who am I to say this? I don't have any advice. I'm not a therapist or anything. I'm sorry.
Well, but so your own personal experience in terms of you've had challenges, you said, dealing with what comes along with fame and notoriety.
Yeah.
What strategies have you developed to push through that and not let it be as distracting as it could be? Or is it just super distracting all the time?
Well, no, it's not. Well, it is. It's like, but it can be. Just in my case, it's weird thing is that the more you get to do like shows and you get to be out there, and this record's been doing really well in France and Quebec, and so more people recognize me when I walk down the street. So it's kind of like this, when you pursue you like your craft and your art and what you're doing, to me, like these days, it feels like the more I'm doing it, the more I'm going into this kind of rabbit hole of never ending, like my face being everywhere and being almost unable to be like invisible, which I like sometimes. But I the way I manage it, I'm kind of a master in disguise. So I tend to grow like a mustache if I have the time, and I have these sunglasses on pretty much all the time sometimes, and just wear hats, and just like I guess say that disguise would be a good advice I would give.
Perfect.
To you if you ever interested.
Yeah. I've been recognized a couple times, like at concerts. I get that because we frequently have recorded with a band that were then at the show, so that happens. But I got recognized a few times on the subway, just in general in New York City.
Do you like it?
Like, yes, because it doesn't happen to me all the time.
Yeah.
It's happened like 3 times, just in public. Brad from Pace? Like, yeah, dude. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. I mean, if that was happening constantly, I probably wouldn't like it as much, but it doesn't.
If it ever happens constantly, give me a call and I'll give you some advice on the art of disguise. And it's a fun thing. It's a fun thing to do, and it's these days what I've been really enjoying is like really look like the opposite from eccentric. So I wear like shorts and running shoes and this very Viking vest and a cap and a mustache. So this way, but still, people recognize me all the time, right? Unfortunately.
Yeah. But not, that makes sense, though. Look like you sell insurance or work in a bank or something, and you're just off enjoying your hike, and you don't get as much attention. I would imagine that's not a rock star vibe, but it makes sense. Yeah. I shave this and grow it and shave it and grow it. I look different
maybe
all
there's
the time.
you have facial hair, so that's like a good start.
Yeah. Man, thank you for coming playing, and there's still 2 more songs coming up from the record. What do you guys want to do second today?
Especially if you have never saw us on live, this is like very, very different from the setup we're doing in live. So we're like 7 on stage. But this is like a more like acoustic version to it. So now we're going to do a song that we don't usually play on the live set on this tour, and it's called Hula Hoop on the new album. Let's go.
Autour du 418, y a des endroits que je voudrais retrouver. Tu dis que la vie va vite, même en whip, je peux pas la rattraper. Il pleut sur Paris. Penche ta tête par en avant, chercher à comprendre, cherche plus rien dorénavant. Moula hoop autour de ton corps. Moula hoop en commun ta corps feels like home. Je voudrais que tu saches, moula hoop, tout ce qui retombe tombe en place. Dans la dernière année, y a des choses qui m'ont brisé le cœur. Comme la mort de mon chien, Brownie Dog, rest in peace forever. Je veux prendre le temps de guérir, mais faut déjà repartir. Je tourne autour du monde, même avant d'avoir pu tourner comme un hula hoop autour de ton corps. Moula hoop en commun ta corps feels like home. Moula hoop, je voudrais que tu saches. Moula hoop, tout ce qui retombe tombe en place.
Félix Petit on the saxophone. Hey.
Autour du 418, y a un monde qui paraît révolu. Je voudrais prendre un moment pour les amis que j'ai jamais revus. Tu cherches à grandir, on peut pas grandir tant qu'à moi. Je mesure 5 pieds 6, juste assez pour toucher mon destin du bout de mes doigts. Et moula hoop autour de ton corps. Moula hoop en commun ta corps feels like home. Moula hoop retombe, tombe en place. Ouh, jazz.
Hello.
All right, thank you. How did that feel to you? I know you said you don't normally play it in the sets. It sounded great here in this room.
It felt great. It felt great on this small children chair.
Yeah. Yeah, this
Felt-
is a kids'
felt,
music school. We found all sorts of useful stuff here. There's music stands everywhere. There's a keyboard. There's little tiny chairs.
But yeah, I like singing the song. I love singing,
Yeah.
and in context like this, I'm able to very express my voice because in the live with all the loudness and the bass and the drum machines on the live set, sometimes it's harder. So I like singing.
Yeah, I feel like, I speak very, very little French, but I feel like, in any language, the lyrics being so much more forward, and the production elements not being there in a light electric or acoustic set like this is, a good way to let the feeling come through when there's not all the bells and whistles.
Yes, and I don't know. Singing for me has been it's always been part of. I've been playing in the streets, just busking, and that's was my first job and a way to pay my rent. So it's always been reconnected to just the action of singing and interpreting something is something that it's not really praised these days. We love people who write their own stuff, and obviously I do write all my songs, but there's something about singing that is very important for me.
I thought it was interesting to find out about your interpretation of your own sounds that you had been
There's a fly going.
yeah, that you had been recording on your phone just for no purpose at the time, but then were able to interpret those recordings and use them in the record. I mean, that resonated with me a lot because I think a lot about the tools at my disposal, and we've got nice stuff here. Those are all nice things, but I don't always have nice things. And if I've got access to an iPhone, I know enough about the way that I think these things should look and about composition and lights and all that stuff that if I've got a dog shit tool in my hand, I can still do what I meant to do, kind of.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to talk a little bit about the importance of just using what's available to you as opposed to waiting until you have a nice piece of gear or whatever.
Well, in my case, the way I've been working with the iPhone, there was recordings that I've been using, but it was like recordings that of my everyday life. So when it came really to the conscious action of making music, I obviously used the iPhone a couple times as room mics and stuff, but the iPhone was just like a device that I recorded just everyday sounds for 3 or 4 years, but I didn't work on the iPhone that much in the studio, but there was this kind of way of thinking while I was doing the album for 2 years. I was like kind of like anything goes type of philosophy that if I would happen to be in a certain city and there was a studio and certain people, like I would always use what was there. And so if there was like a studio with like tons of gear, go for it. But also like sometimes, so that's why there's like a lot of people involved in the album. There is like they come and go, and sometimes their work is like a few, just like maybe like a drum track or just like a guitar here and there. And there was just like mostly there's like people that were around me at the time, and so if I'm working, let's say especially like the song on the album, Felix did like we co-produced 2 songs together on the album, and there's like this song called Golden Days that we did at a studio because we were like in between like recording like a TV performance or something, and we went to a studio and then we worked on it again, and there's like this very nice piano solo on it, and there was just happened to be Jérôme Beaulieu, one of his colleague at the studio, who's like a jazz pianist, who kind of came by to get some gear, and they were like, oh, can you do like this piano solo thing? But he never like went, he just did this. It took him like, I don't know, like 20 minutes or something, but never went back on the album because that was like my relationship with this person was ended up at this, and then Gab did other thing on the album. So like, so yeah, just like people coming in. So that's, so I guess in this sense, it's I kind of used what was around me, using people.
Yeah, well, that makes a lot of sense to me. I mean, that sounds like the most organic possible way that something can come together. If it's in front of you, use it. If it's in front of you and not useful, let it go and figure out the next thing that is useful.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't do like beats on my iPhone like Steve Lacy would do or anything like that. But
right.
I like the idea, but I didn't do that.
Yeah, but it is nice to use it as a tool for what it's good for. If it's just going to record a thought I
once used though the iPhone for guitar. Like I had an iRig for a while and was doing like some weird guitar sounds on the iPhone. I did that for a while. Yeah, a couple of it maybe on the album, not that much. So yeah.
Yeah, the saying is, there's a saying about cameras. What is the best camera in the world? And the answer is the one you have. It's the one in your hand, and that is the best camera. Just have it, use it. Yeah. Doesn't matter what it is. Just use it.
Noemi is a filmmaker in the room approves.
Yeah. Thank you, audience, for being here. I applaud you. It's always nice to have some energy coming back. Hubert, there's still one more song coming up. What do you want to do third today?
We're gonna do Secret. So it's the second track of the Picture à Ipsy album.
Sentiments que j'éprouve en secret dans ce tour de moi pour déchiffrer les effets que tu fais. Mais je sais que tu sais que c'est comme ça. Condoléances à tous ceux qui sont comme moi. Je voudrais te parler de mes sentiments que j'éprouve en secret dans ce tour de moi pour décupler le massacre que tu fais. Mais je sais que tu sais que c'est comme ça. Condoléances à tous ceux qui sont comme moi. Force d'âge, ma psycho m'a dit que c'était juste une phase. On n'est pas dans la même case, yeah. On prononce pas les mêmes phrases. Je voudrais te parler de mes sentiments que j'éprouve en secret dans ce tour de moi pour déchiffrer les effets que tu fais. Mais je sais que tu sais que c'est comme ça. Condoléances à tous 28 sur 33. J'ai aucune chance. J'écoute des chansons que j'aime pas, juste pour qu'on se branche. On peut être ou ne pas être. Je voudrais habiter ta tête, mais je sais que dans ta tête, on n'est pas dans la même case. On n'espère pas les mêmes phrases. Y'a des bases qu'on peut pas changer. Gabriel Desjardins on the keys. Hey. Woo. Thank you for having us. Parler de mes sentiments que j'éprouve en secret. Danse autour de moi pour décupler le massacre que tu fais. Mais je sais que tu sais que c'est comme ça. Condoléances à tous ceux qui sont comme moi. Je voudrais te parler de mes sentiments que j'éprouve en secret. Danse autour de moi pour décupler le massacre que tu fais. Mais je sais que tu joues pas ce jeu-là. Condoléances à tous ceux qui sont comme moi. Paste, Hubert Lenoir, magazine. We are signing off. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. Yes. Hubert, thank you so much for coming, man. We appreciate it. Have a great show tonight, and
Yes.
travel safely between all the future dates. And we hope to do this again, man. We'll see you next time.
See you somewhere on the planet.
All right.